Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and being a part of the live stream with the Crypto Library. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Just had to get the hair right. Forgot to do the hair. Had everything ready and forgot the hair. Happens all the time. You might see something here. I want to talk about this here. I'm going to let this be known real quick. This video will be sponsored by Bit.Store. They reached out to me. I looked at their project. I said, hey, that's pretty good for the Indonesian people and for the people around the world. They were backed by some big companies, Avalanche, some names. We're going to talk about it. I got a video coming out later on today all about their IEO. Check it out. Bit.Store, okay? Bit.Store, check them out. This thing's pretty hot. So this will be kind of sponsored throughout the video. You'll see it up here at the right if you're wondering what it is. That's the Bit.Store ad. They have sponsored today's live stream, and they were very nice about it too. So I just want to make that clear. Very, very nice. Super excited, super happy to have done that. So today is Bit.Store day. Check out Bit.Store if you're in another country from around the world. And it looks like you'll be able to buy cryptocurrency way better than Coinbase. Coinbase is a ripoff. Yeah, just got to say that out loud. You know, it's a bit of a ripoff. Okay. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 95 people, 56 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it if you did what you had to do for the lifer. Thank you so much. Morning to Crypto Muser. Morning to Wayne Mustafa, Andrew Fitzsimmons, my man. Shout out to my Irish brother. Slancha, my brother, Slancha. Congrats to the sponsor library. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I will always disclose when I have been paid for a video. I will always disclose that to each and every one of my subscribers so everybody knows that the video was a sponsored video. I just want to make that very, very clear. Okay? Uncle Muser in the house. Bang, bang, bang. Uncle Musey. He is like an uncle to my kids. I mean, my daughter knew him since she was a babe. Shout out to, and I'm like, I feel like his whole family is my family, man. And now I'm getting to know his extended family too through tutoring and stuff like that. Meeting another one of his cousins, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So Soul has been on my radar. It looked beautiful before it fell out of this beautiful pennant it was in. It's in this really nice pennant that I was watching. And it was consolidating. This thing was going to blast had Bitcoin not ended the entire show. But you know what? That makes a project that still is working hard, doing their thing, and it makes it very, very tempting. I'm watching it closely here at this double bottom. Anything is possible. You know, there's some signs of possibility to the upside, but I'll be honest, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would bet that a lot more is going to go to the downside. And I'm sorry. I feel like there could be max pain. So just be careful. I always prepare for max pain. That way, if it doesn't happen, I won't be so bad. And if it does, I'll actually be there, right? So like, prepare for max pain. Like, stop telling yourself that this market can keep going. Like, tell yourself, number one, you don't know anything. You know nothing but the fact of your own ignorance, number one. It's the first thing you got to tell yourself right off the bat. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. That's a quote by Polonius, okay? Famous Greek philosopher. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Say it a few times in a row till it starts to kick in, because that way you realize you are always a beginner with a beginner's mind. My good friend has an album called Beginner's Mind, right? Beginner's Mind by Ageless. And I mean, Ageless, Beginner's Mind, right here. And this is my dude's album. Amazing album. If I play it, I'll probably get a copyright infringement today. But you know what? For him, might as well, right? Pretty cool album. I'll talk about it with him, but this is an amazing album. Check it out. And he makes like funkadelic, techno, insane music. So check out my buddy Ageless, Beginner's Mind. But he put me on. And what is a beginner's mind? It's to always have a beginner's mind. That way you never feel like there's you know it all, right? When you have a beginner's mind, you think you need to know more, and you think there's more to explore, and that way you're ahead of the game. The man who thinks there's more never sits back, never stays, oh yeah, I'm ready to rock, you know? So it looks like it will be shorting season. Shout out to Andrew Sulo in the game. Shout out to everyone in the game. So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, the elephant in the room. We're going to get into what we see, world markets, the Dow, and after they've had an hour to breathe, let's take a look at the show. I call it the show. Thank you to each and every one of you coming on into the live stream, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're here with the Crypto Lifers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I call y'all the Lifers. Together we make the Lifer line, the Lifer brand, and we keep pushing it to the limit. To be a lifer, what does it mean? It means to push your life to the limit. It means to help anyone you can, every time you can. It means to use karma to benefit yourself with positive vibrations and positive movement. And it means to see through the evils around you and to push forward no matter what. To be a lifer is to breathe in the air, to go to nature, to watch a bird, to catch a fish. You know, to be a lifer is to watch a sunset, to help an old lady cross the street, and to work so hard at everything you do until you squeeze every ounce of juice out of every ounce of life that you had. This morning I woke up, I worked out hardcore, like did a hardcore workout. Like I am ready to kick some serious ball. I got some stamina. I'm ready to rock. 38 years old. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I feel the best I've ever felt. I'm ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? And so let's do it. Let's do it, everybody. Let's have an amazing day. Let's push forward at the speed of light. If there's someone in your life that's being negative, get away from them. Remove them from your life. Or if you have to have them in your life, like me, you know, I won't even say, but certain people in my life that I had to be close to were causing me serious anguish and pain. I distanced myself from those people. Started getting successful. Things started to click. Interesting. I got away from the negative energy. I just deaded it. If someone was like, oh, you're not really gonna, oh yeah, they were gone. If they didn't say, you know what, I believe in you, and they looked me dead in the face and like really meant it, they were out of my life. They were out of my life. So, and at the end of the day, only you know what you're truly capable of. I'm going to say it again. Only you in your hardest of hearts knows what you're truly capable of. Nobody knew I was going to start a trading group. Nobody thought I could start a YouTube channel that could start to gain momentum. Nobody in their right mind knew a damn thing. But I did. But I believed. And so sometimes you got to go on your own. Many times to be truly successful, you have to go on your own. You can always come back after you hit your pinnacle. You can come back. And you can come back in such a great way. You can help your brothers and sisters, your family. You can do things you didn't do before. But you may have to go it alone for a while to become truly successful. You have to go your way. Okay? So just want to put that out there today as we talk about Bitcoin and life in general and go over what I see happening in the market. So the 1 hour, it was supposed to roll over on us. It did not. Okay? Made a bit of an inverted head and shoulder. Did it not there? You know, somewhat. The right shoulder is a little scrappy. Now we had to wake up. Almost got to resistance, which would have been 37,280. Yeah, you could say there's where the candles closed. So they would have had, basic resistance there with the final wickage. Call that a zone, right? Now this should be yellow now. Yeah, up the ante last week. Okay. Now that is a falling wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the upside. That is a break to the upside. It did cross channel. All right, if we make this the channel here. And bang, banged out. Came down for a retest of support and bounced. Lifer in the house. Shout out to Catasice for the 1333. Much respect to you coming on in. Do you think the war will hurt the market? They'll use whatever they can to hurt the market. They'll use whatever news they can to get in your soul. They'll do whatever they can to make you feel low. The point of being on this earth is to be able to feel positive every single day because you're alive, baby, and you're breathing. You're alive and you're breathing. Let each day play as it plays. War or no war. You know, be on the lookout. Be prepared. Always be vigilant. But at the same time, use love in your heart. Love is the strongest vibrational energy in the world. And that energy is such a strong vibration, eventually it'll crush everything in its path. In a beautiful way. With a bear hug. So, Bitcoin's in a falling wedge here. Bit of a flag. I call these flags. It doesn't pop till when it touches the 21-day moving average. Once we got up here, I said we're going to have to wait for it to touch the what? The 21-day moving average. Let me say it again. The what? The 21-day moving average. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I take profits on the 1 hour when I'm swing trading. Why? Because whenever the 1 hour gets high on the stochastics RSI, it coincides with being away from what? The 21-day moving average. I'll use the replay tool if you don't believe me. So me and you were trading one day and I'm hanging out and I'm like, wow, stochastics look like they're going to go up. What do you think? I'm like, all right, let's see it. Looks like it may play. Get a bounce off support. Bit of a head. Are we going to make a right shoulder? You did make the right shoulder. You boomed up. There's your inverted head and shoulder. It was scrappy, but it was there. Bang, 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 right? Break to the upside. But you get extended there from the 21 and you get high on the stochastics. What has to occur? You have to come back to the 21-day moving average. Sometimes you come back down, sometimes you go back sideways, sometimes you go back to the upside. It depends, right? But you always come back. And that will coincide with being down here, and that's why I set my alerts down here, and that's why I use the 21-day moving average. And if you're picking up what I'm putting down, this is what I teach my students. Look, we get high again here. That's time to get out. Why? Because it's likely that you've ate the big one and taken the move. You've been rejected by the 200, and you have to come back and touch the 21. There's the touch of the 21 where we would then erupt again, where your next entry would be where you're low on the Stokes. I would also have driven a pattern because I'm a pattern trader, and I would have traded this bull flag with a measured move here. I would have exited the trade when the Stokes got high or we double bottom, and once we get pretty far, maybe even right around there, I might have exited the trade. Even if I'm a little early, I don't mind. But look, would have been a perfect exit, high Stokes, away from the 21. What do we do now? I hope you guys have seen what I've just put out, the 21-day moving average. The 21-day moving average. The 21-day moving average. The 21-day... Over and over and over. This is how I trade for a living. I figured this out and I use this strategy to make money every single day, over and over again. It's pretty simple. I use the stochastics RSI, I project patterns, and I play off the 21. It's kind of a thing. Now, I have all sorts of other things like Fibonacci support of resistance, as well as all the patterns known, and I can see the patterns like this and a heartbeat, and like there's a lot going on. But that's how it basically works. I make it look easier than it is, of course, but once you crack the code and you get deep with me, which was how you join my Patreon, you'll be able to do the same things that I'm doing. So, let's fast forward to where we are now. And what do you think is going to happen? We're high on the stochastics on the 4 hour, okay? That tells you we're something, and we're away from the 21-day moving average. Looks like we're going to at least make a handle here, does it not? But that would be a legit rounded bottom for the first time. What a rounded bottom really means is, and I finally realized this, is you broke the previous left highs. So here we are, sitting at this crucial resistance here because that's where we couldn't get above each time. I keep talking about this. This is the same scenario here. See, we started the bowl here. We wanted to make a bowl. We began the idea and we just got shut down. We could never break this neckline. Okay? Crucial. Crucial. Same thing kind of started here. When you make your initial upswing, you make that resistance, you started the bowl, but it wasn't going to happen. Okay? It almost was a cup in handy too. Look at that. Fell just too far. We couldn't break the left high. See this? I keep going over this. Couldn't break the left high. Couldn't break the left high. First time here, we've broken the left high. First time. Okay? On 4 hour time frames, and this is the first time, if you look, double click this. This is the first time since we have broken down. Here we did it again. This was our, I call it like a shelf or an elbow. We tried to round a bottom. We tried to come about. We made an inverted head and shoulder. We tried to get out, and no. The bearishness. We could not break the previous high. So we had 1, we had 2, Every one time I called it short here perfectly. Why? Because it was obvious to me. Because when you can't make the previous high and you get high on the 4-hour time frame, you're going to roll over. Okay? I've seen it over and over again. Like, we did it right here. Look, high on the 4-hour, high on the 4-hour. You didn't break the previous high. That resistance, you rolled over. Okay? So as you can see, Bitcoin's rolling over. And then this is a mini example of the same thing. It made a little thing, made a high, came down. Eventually even kind of rolled over here. It couldn't even make it up to the next ring. And that was probably the 1 hour that banged on you. Whenever a previous, like a 4-hour doesn't make it, like basically when a stochastics doesn't make a full cycle, okay? So when stochastics doesn't make a full cycle, and it did, see how I predicted that it would have made a handle? I'm just saying if we didn't, I kind of forgot where we were, in all honesty. But, because I was using the replay tool, and I thought it was, but the whole point, and look, there's the dump. Wow. See? So then it makes a cup and handle, it dumps to the downside. You see that? And now we're sitting here at this place, at this juncture. So as you can see, it keeps making these same patterns. And look, this was like our first elbow, kind of. I talk about it, I don't know what to call it. It's like a shelf elbow. It's a shelf elbow. You get what I'm saying? But you get it now. Little shelf elbow. It's like where these like drops begin. This little, they make a first little attempt to break a previous support, and then they reject. That's that key point. So now that's a pattern I start to recognize. I recognize patterns fast, and that's also a good thing for my patrons. So like, you can use my wacky brain. It's another thing. You pay $99, use a strange man's brain. Like, it's pretty simple too. Like, use a guy's really weird brain who's mathematically inclined, like pattern, it has really good extreme pattern recognition, as you can clearly see, who is extremely driven, puts his 110% into it, puts hours and hours of work in every day. You're gonna get something out of that $100. Like, do the math. Like, so we got away from the 21-day moving average. Let me get away from that on the 1 hour, and we came back down. I just did a whole example for that, just so when I said it, people weren't like, "What is he talking about?" See, and that's the difference between my channel. Some people will gloss over that. I could die tomorrow, and I truly believe that. So I want to teach as many people as I can today, at this very moment, at this very time. So I know it's a bit harsh to say. I know it's a bit upfront, like, ooh, that's like a bit dreary. But it's the truth. Each and every one of us are not guaranteed tomorrow. Okay? I just lost a family member this week. It was very sad. My wife went to a funeral. It was horrible. Granted, she was old. It was her time. So no, it's not too bad. But at the same time, it's tough. It's never easy. Say goodbye. It's knowing that you may never see them in this world ever again. Maybe in the next. Or of course in the next. But so the 1 hour could still strive for more here. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. We're going to have to look at smaller time frames only because I need to see what's called market structure. There's probably something in here that'll give me something, an inverted, a flag, something in here. So we're going to take a look at it too. This guy says TA is not mathematics. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Every single day I make a long position. Trading is mathematics, dude. I'm doing risk management. I'm taking a risk reward ratio. I'm doing a Fibonacci by the 618 or the 706, right? I'm saying, okay, if you lost this 7 times 2.59, right? That would be insane to do it fast in your head. 7 times 2 is 14, 7 times 5, 35, 4.35, right? 7 times 9 is 63, right? So 0.45, 63, 108, right? So then you're talking another 1 over onto the 14. Is it 1508? Is that really 1508? I mean, 7 times 2. No, you got to add the 14 to that, right? And then the 9 is the 43, is the 63. 63 being is like 18 with something and the 3. 1843, 1813. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm just like 7 times 2.56, 1843. No, hold on. 7 times 2.59. 1813, see? I'm just saying, like, so whatever. I sit and do math in my head just for fun. Like, it gets me excited. So look at this. This is called a bullish rectangle, clearly, okay? It's a bullish rectangle. It's the strangest stuff I've ever seen, in all honesty. That is a battle. That is like, that is, when has Bitcoin done that? It's basically a mouth. We call that like a, also, if we go into the bigger idea here, get like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, right? Scary thing is these wicks starting to make a diamond. Now, if a diamond comes in from the bottom, it should leave from the bottom, all right? I'm gonna go into a smaller time frame to find that diamond too. Did anyone find the diamond yet? Did anyone pick up on that diamond? A diamond like that would dump. I'm just, just seeing things that I didn't see before. So, okay, could be a diamond, whipsaw. We call it a whipsaw pattern. Whip wop, right? They went and got the vault. They went and got the longs. When people long last night oh yeah. Then they went and got the shorts down here, right? Now we're in a holding pattern. 15-minute wants to push to the upside, and there was a wick here, right? Let's see. This is strange. Look at this wick. These wicks, this is crazy. That's a bullish hammer right there forming on the 15-minute. 2 seconds, 1 second. That candle closes bullish hammer. Very bullish. That candle just closed very bullishly on the top of the chain. Says Bitcoin kind of wants to make a little bit of a swing move here. At least the length of this out of this bullish rectangle. That's a bullish rectangle. I'll give it to it. That broke out, broke back in, has wicks on either side. Insanity. Now you see the triangle makes more sense. You see what I'm saying? And there you have it on like the 1 minute. Definitely is a diamond. And this is why we come here every day to do what we do, because I wouldn't have found the diamond if I wasn't grinding with y'all, doing my due diligence. I would have just put on whatever every other guy put on today. But I see something different. I do see a bit of an inverted head and shoulders still holding. It's sloppy, but it's there. And I call it sometimes an unchained. I'm making this up, but an unchained inverted head and shoulder. Like, it kind of looks like it's like, it's not in a line. It's out of line. Okay. Watching this very closely with the naked eye, because I couldn't put clothes on my eye this morning. It's always, I wanted to put a suit and a pocket square on it, but it said, no, I'd like to breathe. I like when the air hits my cheeks. So I said, all right, I'll let you be naked today. So my eye's naked today. If that offends you, I'm sorry. I'll put some clothes on my eye tomorrow. But today, my eyes are going to be naked. Shout out to everybody on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Diamond, bearish or bullish. Diamonds are bearish or bullish, depending on the way they are entered. When they're entered from the bottom, they regurgitate out the bottom. When they enter from the top, they regurgitate out the top. They're called a reversal pattern. The diamond trading pattern. And honestly, you can sit and read all this stuff for free. Use Google to your advantage. It's so amazing how much information there is for traders. Diamond top formation, introducing the bearish diamond formation. Okay. See the bearish diamond, it comes in from the bottom. Usually drops out the top. The diamond, that's like a very stretching of a diamond, but yeah, I'll put it there. There's your diamond, see? You got to have these like really high and low periods in the middle. My team is good at the diamond. We'll teach you so much. My group will blow your mind. You'll be doing diamonds in a week, 2 weeks tops. You'll be making diamonds and inverteds, and you'll be like pointing out support and resistance, talking about Fibonacci, and moving on to your next level of learning. We have a learning library in my group. You basically have 5 Telegram groups. One of them is a learning library there to basically do exactly what it said. It's a learning library. Get in there and start learning today for $99. Heck, you wouldn't even have to ever see my exclusive charts. The $99, that learning library is worth it. But you know what? You get all my exclusive charts, everything I'm looking at throughout the day, everything that I'm posting, setups. And then I'm also kind of talking about the coins, and we're looking at where the money's flowing. Like when Metaverse was huge, Gala went up insane, $5 to like 89, 5 cents to 89. Like these things did 10, 20, 15 X's, Blocktopia, all of them. You did have to take profits, but we got in them at the very bare beginnings, and they blasted off. And there was probably like 100 different coins that we did over a 5X, 10X. It was insanity. Maybe there's probably 500 coins. Let's be honest. Who knows? It goes on and on and on. When the market rips, it's out of control. And even when the market doesn't rip, we short the market. We find a trade. We are hungry, and I will figure out a way to pull a penny out of that market no matter what. So shout out to all my lifers that are kicking it with me, sticking it with me, and learning. Shout out to everyone that jumped into the beginner's course today. I do tutoring as well on top of running the trading group, working hard every single day, and a live stream every single day without fail. But check out the beginner's course right here. It's today from 3 to 5. You can pay with cryptocurrency if you email cryptolifers@gmail. Email cryptolifers@gmail. You can pay to jump on into the beginner's course. What do? I basically show you what these moving averages are, what the MACD is, which is the moving average convergence and divergence, the relationship between the MACD and the moving averages. I show you support and resistance, how to find targets. You get a PowerPoint with a 9-step trading list that I go through to help you figure out basically all the different parameters and things you want to look at before you enter a trade. I also tell you what the RSI, relative strength index, stochastics RSI, the difference of what's happening and how to use these things, what divergence is, and how to separate you from the herd. If that blows your mind, for only $100, jump on into the beginner's course today. You can hit the link in the description and hit it, and you'll get into the class, or you can email cryptolifers@gmail and pay with cryptocurrency or PayPal to jump on in. It's today at 3 o'clock. We're still taking admissions. Jump on in. Okay, so looking at the bearish diamond, then you would know exactly what I'm talking about, or you'd start to make these patterns yourself. You'd be on your way to changing your life and learning technical analysis, a brand new system and language that'll change the way you look at the world and yourself. I'm telling you right now. True insanity when I really started using technical analysis. So what do I see for Bitcoin right now? Well, we're in a bit of chop for sure. You can clearly see that. We did look shoulder, head and shoulder there though, which is very interesting. You got to be keen to these things. It's crazy. You'll sniff out a rat, you know. Inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute chart. Be careful though. Stressing that 1 minute, but it's interesting. So we went deep just to kind of look at market structure there. All right. And we learned a lot. We're getting a pump here for Bitcoin. Good sign. However, the 1 hour is getting overbought again. And we're now not breaking the previous high. We're now making a low. Not the best sign. All right. So we made a previous high here. We made a higher low. We need to make a higher high. So Bitcoin needs to pop up above here, and we need to get a candle close in the next few hours above 37,500. If we do not, that's a lower low and confirms a downtrend yet again inside this little pocket. Okay. However, we still contend that this can be support now, which is at 36,000. So we still have support now because look, resistance, and we got a little bit of support here too at 34,000. So we've built support now that we didn't have before because we broke a previous high. That's the only reason. Am I bullish or bearish? Overall, I am a bear until we get above certain levels. Long term, I am a maxi for Bitcoin, and I will stack as much Bitcoin as I can. I don't care the price of Bitcoin. I care about how much I have of it. All I want to do is have more Bitcoin in my wallet. That's it. I'm hungry for Bitcoin. Years from now, I want to look back and be like, I told y'all. I don't know why y'all weren't hungry for Bitcoin. You were playing yourself. And again, I go by the history. That's why I made that decision. I look at the continental dollar. I look at the Roman coin. I look at the florin. I look at the Spanish coins. I look at all the different currencies throughout history. I studied currency. The word currency means it's not there much longer. Currency. Current. And it's gone. And shout out to the sponsor of the video today, Bit.Store. Bit.Store. I don't think it's available for U.S. citizens, but it is available in Indonesia, UK, Hong Kong, a bunch of other amazing places throughout the world. It's the fastest social buying platform in Indonesia, and it's growing very fast. It was back too, given $500 million. We're going to take a look at their Cointelegraph ad. All that on the video later on today. Check out the video later on today. You'll learn everything you need to know about the IEO on Huobi Global, and they sponsored today's video, and they gave me promotion to make a video for them. I will disclose that today's video was sponsored. I was given compensation for that sponsorship. Make that very clear. So 1 hour to the upside there, overbought. We need that push though. We got to make a higher high. So let's see if we can break out of this. Showing signs of life right now. Let's see if we can break out of it. Where's the 15 minutes can boom. And there's a shoulder, head and a shoulder there. It's not the best. And again, we do have the diamond to contend with. It could be completely negated if we break out of it. We're just going to watch these things for now. Okay. Possible diamond. The reason why it may, on the smaller time frame too, so it can be just like that could just be the $35,000 target. Like it doesn't have to have or even here, it could bounce off support. Like something like that. So it's not over, and it doesn't mean it has to happen. I'm just pointing it out because it's good to be keen. It's good to be keen when trading. Okay. My charts always get messy. We start nice and clean, and then they get insane. I'll take away the inverted head and shoulder, but I got to point these things out so you can see what I'm putting down, okay? So that's where Bitcoin stands. Right now, it's in a bit of a standstill, okay? Let's take a look at the Dow, down 269 points. Look at that thing, inverted head and shoulder, broke to the upside. What did I tell my students many times? 90% of the time, okay? And I've seen this over and over again, and I'll repeat it when I see it. That way, eventually, you'll be like, okay. 90% of the time, the inverted head and shoulder breaks out and will come back to retest the neckline. And it won't be a nice lateral support line. It will line up a little bit with there, so it's cool. But I want to point that out because I've done this for many, many times, and I've back tested it, and I've seen that it's a great pattern to trade. It's a swing trade pattern. I take the target and I get out. Bang. Comes right back. But it usually does bounce. That's the next place to make a move because you know what I learned? How crazy is this? I'm going to blow your mind right now. Once the inverted head and shoulder breaks out, that's the cup. When it comes back and retests the neckline, that's the handle. And as I learn patterns, another pattern arises inside that pattern. And I begin to realize that it's all the cup and handle in some way, shape, or form. This is the Dow Jones Industrial. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy for a reason. I seem to find the pattern that nobody sees when nobody's paying attention. The Dow Jones says it's in a cup and handle. Let's see if it can make it past the 200-day moving average here on the 7 and the 15-minute and get to the target here and erase today's downtrend at 200 and down 333 right now. Starting to make a bit of starting to see some blood. 1 hour is overbought, okay? But we did a nice move on that. And we did break the previous high. However, we're coming back down. This is very similar to Bitcoin. Like, see how they're very correlated. S&P, they're all correlated. 4 hour wants to blow. So you know what? The 4 hour is a stronger indicator than the 1 hour. I say we have a little more minutia on the 1 hour, and you follow that 4 hour to the boom, a boom. So it's telling us that the Dow should have a pretty good week from here on out. I mean, the 4 hour gives you usually 8, 9, 10 days of play out space. So we shall see. But so far, I'm bullish on the Dow today, recovering. Not today. The 1 hour actually has to come to the downside or go sideways. So that's most of the day. But today is Tuesday, right? So yeah, by Wednesday, the 1 hour recovers. The 4 hour looks good. And I believe, in my humble opinion, based on stochastics RSI and the way I've traded in my life, the probability is in our favor for a continuation up and for the Dow to hold one of these levels here or here, there or there. So to hold 33,569 or somewhere in 33,900 area and then get a bounce out of this falling wedge to the upside. Okay. That's what we're looking at for the Dow. I'm not, but again, world scares, black swan. We're already pivoting at a tight event. I understand. So we got to pay attention and be careful. But show me the charts and they'll show you the news. The charts have leveled off a little bit and suggest a little bit of slowdown in the fall. But we shall see. It says today could be a little more headache though. Like you could end the day down 500-600 points, but then it says by tomorrow you're oversold on those stokes and you should be ready to move again. So the dollar index, look, it got high and came away from what? The 21-day moving average. Look, when the last time it got high and had to come back to what? The 21-day moving average. Ooh, the last time it had a nice spurt, it booted up. And then what did it have to do? It had to come back to what? The 21-day moving average. This is the dollar index. Oh, and then it had to split up a big, boom up here. Where did it have to go back to? The 21-day moving average. Wow. That's interesting, huh? That's crazy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So every single time, price action, I don't care what you're watching, the Dow, the dollar index, it doesn't matter. Anything a human being touches that you can slap on a graph likes to come back to be 21 again. Everyone wants to be 21 again, baby. Everybody wants to be 21 again. Back to the 21. Back to the 21. Back to the price goes. Price goes. The price goes. The price goes. Back to the 21. Back to the 21. Back to the 21. The price goes. The price goes. So now you know, and it's in your head. You have a song stuck in your head. Back to the 21. Back to the 21. Back to the 21. The price goes. The price goes. The price goes. So there you go. I'm not here. And no, I will not answer. I turned that phone off so many times. So we're looking for the dollar to drop a little more, which would give a push up for Bitcoin. A little relief rally for Bitcoin as the dollar drops on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. Let's take a look at the 4 hour as well. Slight decouple for Bitcoin and the Dow as the Dow's down today, while Bitcoin is actually more flat, showing some signs of life bullish. Could this be the day the Dow decouples from Bitcoin? You never know. What if it was? You never know, though. So we're also getting overbought on the 4 hour here, but we're not for Bitcoin. It's a really good sign. The dollar, though, look at that. Still in a flag, in my humble opinion. Interesting, actually. It's almost a diamond. Look at that. Speaking of the spike of the diamond. Spiking of the diamond. Nah, not perfect diamond. But, like, you could almost say, okay, it fell out of the pattern and broke back into it. That's legit to me. Fell out, went for the bearish retest, bounced, came back up, made a beautiful little pennant, bounced, came out. I'm telling you right now, when we look at it on the 3-day chart, it wants to pump. It's worrisome to me in the bigger time frames that the Bitcoin will still have a bit of a problem. Open your eyes. The 3-day chart wants the dollar to go up. How can Bitcoin dominate that? That's worrisome to me. That takes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 days, between 2 and 4 weeks, depending. Let's hope we get rejected by resistance. I mean, that's all what we can watch here. There's no guarantee this is going to happen based on world events. I'm just showing you the higher probability. I live in Ukraine and there's no war. It's just the USA taking the diplomats back to Ukraine because they expect the war. But Russia has no intention to attack Ukraine. USA is just tripping. So my boy lives in the Ukraine, and he lives on the level. He's one of my employees. He's the guy that helps the channel, hangs out, does a lot of work for the channel. My dude Caldone right there. Salam to my man. Appreciate you for everything you do. You deserve a public shout out. Thank you. Shout out to Saad. Shout out to my whole team. Shout out to my man Jay. The man in the dark, though. I want him to remain in the dark. The man in the dark. JK. Funny, you're both JK, which is interesting. I got 2 JKs. JK1 and JK2. That's funny. Another PSYOP. Yeah, it's just a PSYOP, for sure. 46 is better than 21 in my opinion. Wish my eyesight was younger, though. Shout out to the unpaid mechanic. Dreaming of the 21-day moving average when the day ends. 242 lifer fam watching from around the world. Thank you for the 131 likes. Yeah, can we get the likes up to the watchers, please? What it does is help the channel. You do something, you help a beginner find more about cryptocurrency. They learn what an inverted head and shoulder is, a cup and handle is. They learn what a resistance point is. They learn what stochastic RSI is. You help somebody find the way in cryptocurrency. You may help them from losing money. You may help them from making a huge mistake today, or panic selling, or panic buying, whatever it may be. Hit the like button. Help someone else other than yourself. It's a karma point. It's the easiest thing you can do to earn some karma right now. If you're in your car, pull over for a second, please. Hit that like button. If you've got it on your phone, there's a way to kind of flip away the comment section and then hit that like button. I know it takes a second. I'm sorry about that, but just do it for me if you can. If you're in the farm like Farmer D or working with your hands, listening to this somewhere else, stop for a second, wipe your hands off, pick out your phone, hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. All of those things can be done so easily. And I show up every single day. I never think about taking a day off because I would never miss a moment to help each and every one of you because I could die tomorrow. Everyone always says, why don't you take a day off? Because I truly believe I'm helping people. And what if tomorrow I'm not here And this was my last day and my last chance to help somebody. Okay? That's why I don't take a day off. To the people that have a problem with me not taking a day off. Because I've already lost my life and I've seen the blood gushing out of my main artery, and I don't want to be there ever again. Okay? And I didn't do that to myself. I fell out of a glass door, but it was vicious. It was vicious. There was blood everywhere. It was horrible. I'm telling you, man. And I had to rush myself to the hospital, and I thought I was going to die. And I was getting woozy, and I fell down, and I was all alone running through the Washington projects in Spanish Harlem of New York City. And I was like 23, 24 years old. All right? And so I can still feel my wrist pounding as I say it right now. And I brought this story up on the live many times, but like this scar sits with me every day, and like I should not be here right now. Like I got lucky. And it wasn't the first time. So when that happens to you, you put in every single day. You'll put in work every day. And you'll hit the like button because you'll realize that someone else, you just realize how serious it is. And that's why I say thank you to each and every one of you for coming and giving me the most precious asset of your life, and that is your time, because it is your time. Because who knows how much time you have left, and you're sharing it with me. So I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. And I realize how serious it is that you come here and sit with me on my live stream. To me, it's not a joke. It's a really cool, amazing thing that you share each and every one of yours time with me. Each individual on this live. Every one of you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. There's no words that could describe my gratitude, but I wake up every day and I do say thank you, dear Lord, for every single thing that has been given to me. And I appreciate each and every one of you. 261 people, 165 likes. We just need 100 more. Yesterday we got up to 300. We can do it, baby. We can do it. Send in a super chat to do a deep dive. You want me to go over a coin, talk about something you want to look at, or find out more information about something that we want to talk about today. So, okay. 99th Street. There you go, man. Do you see the W pattern on the 4-hour on XRP? Still here. The lifer here to stay. Thank you for sharing your time with us as well. Shout out to my man Mo, man. SHIB versus XRP. Really appreciate the live streams. Thank you. So the dollar index. Sad to say the 3-day chart. And I started using the 3-day chart 6 months ago. I didn't use it for years. Never used it. I started using it, making trades on it. I found it to be nice, and I found a lot of people don't use it. When you use time frames other people don't use, it gives you an advantage because not everybody's stacked at your, the 3-day chart will have different resistance than per se the 1 hour or the 4 hour chart. You'll see some different bars. The bars will be different. They're each their 3-day bars. Like this flag here. You go to the 6 hour. It's a long, you can kind of, you can get away with it. The flag's pretty good actually because it's a solid flag. But it tells us that the dollar may have some legs in it, and that's not good for Bitcoin. I just have to put my radar on that, but it does mean we may have a daily dump first. So we want to hope that this daily dump, this dumps out of the pattern. We need this to break down and not break up and come down here. That would be beautiful for Bitcoin because then when that 3-day rise is at least, it could get rejected by a previous low and hit resistance. We'll be watching for that very, very closely, okay? But I watched the dollar index, also a bit of a cup and handle as well. Our baby gold has been doing pretty good. Let's take a look at gold. Back to gold a lot more than we used to because you got to look at gold just to kind of check. 1833, was it? Predicted that it could break out of this bull pennant that we were looking at to the upside. Again, we trade the same way on every single asset over and over again. And so far, this trade would have been up to the upside here a little bit. 1774, and it's popped up 1871 at one time. But it's looking like gold does want to break to the upside. 3 days a little extended. I look at the weekly, though. The weekly for gold looks absolutely beautiful. What is the measured move for gold? Some are up at like $2,700. I think that'll take, though, till May of 2023. And again, I'm not, you can't time those perfectly. Sometimes they hit, but they're not exactly perfect, So the Dow Jones struggling again, down 458 points. I mean, the 1 hour's high. The 1 hour's overbought, telling you that you will have some more downside today. That's just simply it. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. More downside suggested. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, you're rolling over. You made a lower high right there. So now you're going to make a lower low and continue a downtrend. However, that is the handle now of the cup and handle. See this? Highly likely this is just a cup and handle for the Dow. Do you see it? And I believe the Dow just comes up a little bit and it recovers from this. I know everyone else looks at me like I'm out of my mind, but I say show me the charts and I'll show you the news. And when I look at the daily chart on the Dow, the daily is extremely overbought and curving. Doesn't mean it can't have more downside. That is lower momentum. But I see a break back to the upside here on the smaller time frame, and I see the Dow climbing back up. Okay? It just has to get through this 1 hour time frame, which is today. So expect it out of close probably down 6, 7, maybe even 800 points again. But then I see it not making a lower low. Now again, if it breaks this low here at 33,000, 133 you could call it, which is pretty funny. But if it breaks 33,000, that's a big issue, because then that's going to break that last bit of support, and then we look at that as resistance, and there could be some trouble. So, we can't really close below 34,500, 34,400 today for the Dow. And then now that we have so much institutions in Bitcoin, they're directly correlated, and that's why you have to go over the Dow every single day. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance as we keep it moving here. If you notice on this channel, we give it to you all. We give you Bitcoin dominance, total 2. We break it down, what's happening in the market. So Bitcoin dominance, 1 hour, wants to pump, and Bitcoin wants to pump a little bit. Some good signs for Bitcoin specifically. What you want to do, I tell you, this doesn't tell you everything. You have to juxtapose this with US Tether dominance, and we've gone over this together as a team as well. So let's look at US Tether dominance. We'll juxtapose it with Bitcoin dominance, and we put it on the same time frame, right? The 1 hour. If they both want to pump to the upside, it usually means that Bitcoin's going to dump to the downside. Okay, I hate to say that, but that's the case. Why is that? Well, when Bitcoin dominance pumps, it means people are either getting stopped out of their Bitcoin trades, and it's making Bitcoin, so they're automatically being forced to buy Bitcoin, and it pops up the dominance. So Bitcoin could be falling fast as dominance rises because people are forced to get into Bitcoin because the market's dumping and their trades are getting stopped out and they're trading BTC pairs. On top of that, Bitcoin could be pumping because Bitcoin's just going up faster than everything else, and everyone's selling their alts to get into Bitcoin. Okay? So they're voluntarily selling to buy Bitcoin. Okay? Or take profits, you're getting hit on alts and they're getting back into Bitcoin. Same scenario, right? The opposite of the first one. Yeah, let's take a look at LNCHX on KuCoin if you have time. I saw that in the group. Thank you, Unpaid Mechanic, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. That weekly was incredible. Keep doing you, brother. Shout out to Mike Lovin on the 333. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. SHIB is down. SHIB pumped 1,000x last year. Last year is over. What about this year? In November, Lifer said SHIB is bullish. Has the story changed? Oh, I mean, Bitcoin steals the show. Remember, newsflash. I don't care how bullish a coin is. If Bitcoin if world markets decide to tank, they're going to wreck shop on most of the market. It's going to happen. Shout out to all the super chatters out there. Shout out to the 333 from Mike Lovin doing damage. Shout out to the $5 from Unpaid Mechanic. We'll take a look at LNCHX in a second. Appreciate you for coming on into the live. Thank you so much. So, keeping it moving here, we're taking a look at US Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance. And when they both want to pump together, it's telling me usually Bitcoin will have a bit of a drop. I'll tell you what, I'm still short a bit on Bitcoin. Secretly, I don't want to say it, but I'm long-term bullish. But right now I am short. I have a short open for Bitcoin that I have not closed. I just don't buy the rally yet, 110%. I'd rather get stopped out of that short and get defied, have Bitcoin break a previous resistance, than not have a short for, because it just, to me, my system is explaining to me, my indicators, the indicators that I use and trust the most are explaining to me that the higher probability is in a short for Bitcoin. But again, they're not 100% right. They're usually about 80 to 90% right for me. They do pretty dang well. But hey, we'll see what happens, right? I take Bitcoin every day, every step at a time. So that's a split chart. Bitcoin dominance and US Tether dominance suggests there could be a little bit of a drop for Bitcoin. Not huge even though, because it's the 1 hour. Let's move on over to the 4 hour, the bigger time frame that holds way more weight. And Tether dominance does want to pump on the 4 hour as well, which is like kind of weird. Oh no, yeah, it is, yeah. Let's move this one to the 4 hour. This wants to dump. So it could go sideways and people could be safe haven. That is a case. But again, you got a bigger target here. You got a bigger, like a funnier pattern here. See that? Broke out, broke back in. Possible shoulder, head and shoulder that could drop to the downside. That's what we'd like to see on this 1 hour, but it's looking like it's going to go sideways or bullish. US Tether dominance, which kind of goes in play with the dollar index. Okay. Let's take a look at total, the entire market cap of cryptocurrencies. All right. We talked about the different levels to watch here. We were hiding on this level cup and handle that broke to the downside. There's a cup and handle that did not play. It played out a little bit. That's one of like 100 that didn't make it. See? We had our levels at 196, 197, 18. They broke. We had 166. We broke that. Came back down. We're battling to get back. We got a candle slightly up back above the zone 165. I was telling you, if we broke 165, it was highly likely we came all the way back down here to 145 and then to 1367. So $1.45 trillion is the market cap, right? Right now we're at 1.63, the entire market cap of cryptocurrency. Okay? Shoulder, head and shoulder, slight bounce to the upside. Could we get the move? However, an overbought 4 hours never been a good sign to me. I also see this as a rollover because Bitcoin may have moved up, but this did not make a higher low like we talked about. You oscillated up on the stochastic once. Bang. Right there. You didn't make a higher high. You oscillated up again. Didn't make a higher high. You oscillated up again. You refused to close a candle above previous resistance. Because you did that and you got overbought, it's highly likely we take a down, bang, bang. Also, this also didn't make a previous high. That's a lower low. To me, I believe it's starting this trend here to the downside. And right now, the 1 hour has to kind of oscillate back down like this. So we're going to see a move down. Let's take a look at the short for Bitcoin. So it's telling me the overall market's going to go sideways and down for now. Also, the 4 hours not in our favor. And the last two times, huge dumpage. The last time, massive dumpage in the 4 hour. If we look at it like this, and to me, it's a bear pennant that broke back into it. And trust me, I know most people would say you can't do that. Don't exclude. But after years and years of watching the market makers play games, you could do this if you wanted to. Either one's going to make sense to me. I like to do this. Don't take away points on candles until you're more of an expert at it. Like, I break the rules because I know the rules. But to me, that's a bear pennant on the total market cap of cryptocurrency. And with the 4 hour looming high and overbought, and it's showing signs of a downtrend back to $1.35 trillion. Now, at that point, we could be extremely oversold on bigger time frames as well, which is the daily, which is the 3-day, and which is the weekly. Okay? At this point, you might as well be talking about the Dow Jones. They look identical. Okay? This is the total market cap for crypto. So, like, if you're into the Dow, if you hold stocks, definitely something you want to look at, because this is exactly like, they're so correlated now that what happens to the entire crypto market is basically what's happening to the entire world market. Like, it's all one at one point. It's meshed together. It's Play-Doh. Shout out to 194 likes and 304 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on your phone, flip away that comment section. Please hit the like button. If you're driving, pull on over. Hit that like button. If you're on your TV, just scroll, use the whatever you got in your phone. You know, it takes a second or something. Find that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're working on the farm, working as a mechanic, doing something with your hands, just wipe your hands off for 1 second. Spit on them if you got to. Take your phone on out. Hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on to the live. I couldn't do it without each and every one of you here. We go over Bitcoin, total 2, total 3. Total 2 is the entire market cap without Bitcoin. Total 3 is the entire market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay? Let me show you how I set these charts up. These are big charts. Look, that's a shoulder, head and shoulder for the entire market cap of all of the altcoins, suggesting that they dump all the way back down to 384. Sad news. It looks like this is going to be a struggle here. I mean, I go by the stats. I hope this head and shoulder doesn't break, but it already broke the neckline, and we're coming to the downside, as well as that 4 hour looming overbought as well for all of the altcoins. So I got to caution everybody. This is also a bit of a bear flag because you're not breaking previous highs. Now, if we get a miracle and we get candles closing high above these zones and out of nowhere we pop, it's possible. But as I said, it's like more of a miracle. The probability, based on everything that I do here, is highly likely that we break to the downside, okay, on this flag. All right. $4.67 trillion. That's all of, so watch this 4 hour looming. Watch this 1 hour looming. Both time frames that I like to play bullishly did not get us above previous highs when they pumped up last night and yesterday. The last 24 hours was lackluster. I see more downside for the market, okay? So everyone's worried. Everyone's worried what to do. They don't know what to do. So I have a solution for myself. Again, not financial advice, but I have a solution for myself, and it's to short the market, okay? It's to short the market wonderfully, the way I know how to trade the market, bullishly. So look at this. And again, nobody's perfect. It's not a guarantee. I mark my support and resistance lines. There's not much here. This is a derivative pegged asset, a 3x exit. So you get 3x leverage without having to get liquidated. That's why I like to trade it. You get the leverage without the liquidation. This is on KuCoin. This is how you take advantage of a downward market. You could trade for a few months and know how to do this. You don't have to be an expert to short a market. Don't listen to people and say, oh, it's always going to go up. I'm going to hold everything to the end of time. I mean, do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor, but there's a lot of YouTubers out there that will tell you that everything's going to be fine over and over again until you look back and be like, man, I'll tell you that I know nothing. And then I will look at the market every single day to get my insight. And I look at it every 4 or 5 hours to make sure support and resistance holds. And I make my decision based on the way the market moves. Okay. So Bitcoin 3S, I'm looking at it here in a bit of a flag pumping to the upside. Let's look at the measured move. Let's look at the risk. Says you get a nice 58% out of that. And I'd risk about 19%. Unless I hug this previous support zone right here at about 13%. Okay, 4.32 to 1 risk-reward ratio. So that's what I'm looking at here on the 4-hour time frame. Forget the minutia of the 1 hour, but even the 1 hour doesn't look too gravy for me either. And basically you're hoping on the 15-minute for Bitcoin to save you. So trade of the day right here is a short for Bitcoin. Okay, now my students, right? This is in a signals group. I don't put out signals like this is what I don't tell anyone what to buy or sell or what to trade. What I do though is what I do Google though. Can you believe that? But I do Google. Anyway, what I do though is I teach bull pennants. I teach how to find patterns, and so you can take that knowledge yourself. Apply it to any chart you need. And if you feel comfortable with what you see, you can present yourself a trade and make a move. And that's the point of joining a trading group and getting involved with me. You can join a signals group and they'll just fire signals off at you. But that's not what I'm about. I'm trying to see you change as a person. I'm trying to see you grow. I want to see you make leads and strides in technical analysis and do things you never thought possible. I want to see you surprise yourself. I want to see life imitate greatness and greatness imitate life. I can't wait for you to jump into my group. Whoever's hearing right now, if you're on the fence, I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait for you to see me on the one-on-ones every Wednesday from 6 to 8. Kick it with me for 2 hours. Kick it with me intimately. Ask any question you need at the end on a Q&A. Have fun. Learn from my admins, my analysts, and other amazing smart people that jump on into the group. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. So, bang. And I used to work a night shift. I busted my ass. I busted my butt. I worked for such a long time. I had bosses point at me, talk to me, treat me funny, give me anxiety. Wasn't fun. And so to be free and to be able to run my own channel and to be able to do what I want to do with my life, it's amazing. And I know I can't do it without each and every one of you. So thank you so much. Please share this. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. So there's a Bitcoin 3S. Every day I put out a coin or a chart that I'm looking at that I believe is highly likely to go to the upside. I do it every single day. And I show you my own thoughts on what I'm looking at. Okay. So there's alterations to this same idea like LINKDOWN, right? Which is now like kind of cup and handling in a bit, but like LINKDOWN. So again, you don't got to trade BTC. You could trade anything you want, you know? Yeah, you could trade anything you want. LINKDOWN looks like it could be a nice trade to the downside. To the upside, but you know what I'm saying, because Link could be struggling. You see a lot of bullish patterns starting to form on the down tokens. It's starting to tell you something. Okay? It's about 40 to 61%. A lot of these different charts presenting themselves to be there. So again, as I said before, I will admit I'm personally in a short right now, and I've been in it since. Wow, so many companies have earnings this week. Intel has earnings. Wow, earnings whispers. Look at this. So many companies. And look, I'm using pre-search when I do when I do Google. Hilarious, right? The Whisper report, earnings report, and you can see all the companies that are doing earnings coming up, and if they hit or miss, what's happening? Johnson & Johnson hit, of course, yeah. Well, they got a heat map, a calendar, bottom up, earnings highlights, earnings news. This is pretty cool. Check out Earning Whispers. Good place to get some key information. All right. But wow, we got McDonald's, Visa on Thursday, JetBlue on Thursday. Wow. Like, I mean, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Earnings. Like Philips, Zion. We got 3M, Stride, Capital One, Verizon. Crazy. Like every Intel, AT&T, Levi's, McDonald's, Valero, Caterpillar, Route 66, right? Phillips 66. I mean, wow. Synchrony Bank, Arm & Hammer. We're going to see, man, if those earnings reports aren't good, it's not going to be good for the market. So, yeah, I'm looking at support for Bitcoin down 30K. You know, honestly, there it is. It's getting that push up that we needed there. Isn't that funny? 15-minute responded slightly, but it's like, it's a lot of chop. See that? It's just a lot of funky chop. And you're waiting on the 15-minute. Basically has to break this high or this high here, and it's looking like it's gonna get rejected. Also, this is a bit of a rising wedge now starting to form with a 68% chance of a break to the downside, and you could take this length to there, and like that's kind of where you're gonna go back. And there's your measured move, like, you know. Again, that could somewhat make a cup and handle for Bitcoin. And if it could get the 4-hour to go low without breaking support, then I could begin to become bullish. But again, like I'm not bullish, and honestly, and that would just be like digging a hole, and like that means like, okay, the first little bit of dirt can come out. Like I wouldn't be overall like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I love this channel, very positive. Thank you so much, man. Damn, looking clean over there. Thank you so much, man. Here come LRC doing 10 cents a day. Sam, bro, you made me wash my hands and hit the like button, man. Shib down, shim pump. Yeah, shibs are hurting, man. BT's trying to print a diamond on the 4-hour. It is. Super Chat Launch X. One up VR on your top 2 coins. Long tool explanation. Loop ring. Are you still able to use leverage using 3 commas? Yes, you could just trade the coin using 3 commas. See, digging a hole is what I'm doing for the next 2 to 5 years. There you go, man. I got the fire clones. Oh, you got clones? Ooh, weird. Thoughts on Luna? Smash that like button, guys. Shout out to everyone here on the chat. Thank you. I just had to go over Bitcoin in depth as it starts to pump now. Getting some love, though. 36,856. The 50-minute does want to pump to the upside. It hasn't reached its tippy point yet. And it could, I've seen it the other day, the 50-minute blasted off. It was crazy. I was like, how's the 50-minute? Boom, Bitcoin out of the rising wedge, all the way up to 37K. Breaking the previous high, defying all this mess, and starting its way out to the upside and say that it bottomed and it's done? No. Could have this been the divergence that broke the camel's back right here? Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. It could be. Everyone who says I'll wait till 14 will never catch Bitcoin. Everyone who's on the sidelines, you got to start catching it now. You got to get your feet wet or you'll never keep buying. That's how I feel about it. Like, you do whatever makes you happy, but I had to get my feet wet. I had to be like, let me get my feet wet first. Let me buy some Bitcoin. You know, not a huge amount, 500,000, whatever, just to make sure that I had it. Then I was like, okay. Like, it's like you get it once you hold it, but you got to hold it first. It's like, it becomes transcendental. And you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Let's bring that music up. Dance time. You got to move around a little bit. Get out of your chair if you're watching my live stream. It's your time to just stretch stretch it out. I don't want everyone sitting. I hope you got a stand-up desk. I hope you're doing your thing. Halfway through the stream, we got to kind of stretch it out here. Stretch out the hands. Move around. Get the blood flowing. Make sure you're feeling it. Make sure you're feeling it. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's take a look at those super chats. Let's get into it real quick. You killed it on Around the Blockchain Lifer. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate it. That's very nice of you to say. Super chat on LaunchX. Let's take a look at LaunchX. Which reminds me of a Lunchable. I don't know, when I look at it, I want to eat Lunchables. I'm like, oh, that looks like a Lunchable. LaunchX. I think of lunch when I see lunch. You would have thought I was a fat kid. I love food so much, man. Like, I love food so much. Bit of a descending triangle, I hate to say, which is a bearish pattern that could break to the downside. 15-minute does want to pop to the upside. Let's see what the 1 hour is doing. 1 hour actually is oversold, unlike Bitcoin. This thing could do some damage. This could be the one that wants to make a bit of a move. This could be the one that wants to make a bit of a move for sure. So LunchX, USDT, this thing, interesting. This thing could do some serious damage. 62% gains. Okay. Someone wanted me to explain the long tool. Well, the long position, what I do is it says open P&L, right? Profit and loss. You could right click this setting and put all this cool information in. Inputs. You could say how much money you put in the side. I got 7,000. My entry price was here. Ticks and price and all that. You could change it. I think the ticks to bits or I don't know, whatever you want, but I just use it for risk reward ratio. I want to make sure that my trade sits in a proper risk reward ratio. What does that mean? Well, it means that it has to be the type of trade that's rewarding enough to take. That my money's at risk and it makes sense for my money to be at risk. For instance, I have to look for the previous support and resistance lines. I can't just make up my stop loss wherever I want. I don't just blindly take this and go, oh man, I got 10,000. I'm willing to risk 10% or 8%, or I'm willing to risk 20% or 50%. No, I don't even worry about this tool. This tool is gone. I mark support and resistance immediately. Okay. I mark where all my support and resistance is, and I've seen it, and I've seen, look, previous resistance, bounce. So far, that has been holding off. Could it be an SR flip? 1 hour suggests that it could be. Falling volume with falling price also suggests a bit of a reversal to the upside, something that I've used to my advantage in trading. It's also, it's somewhat of a bull pennant falling wedge. It is a descending triangle, I have to say, though, which is a bearish pattern. But it's actually a bilateral pattern by its core. It is a 50-50 pattern, so it could go either way, depending. 62.2% gains possible out of Lunchable. Sorry, out of a Lunchable. Trent, my back hurt from jackhammering a creek bed. See that, Preston Collins, man? You working hard, dude. Wow, you don't play, man. Creek beds, dude? You crazy. Why are you in a creek bed for? Rodney loves the food, but he never gets fat. Don't love the food as much as I do. Oh, yes, I do, man. Don't say that. Don't say it. I'll have Crypto Muser come on and talk about how much I eat. He'll talk a whole, look at my episode Sunday night. Muser jumped on the end. There's a whole section there where he talks about how much I eat. It's crazy. It's crazy. So LaunchX is the only thing that's really hot right now. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours a little spent. I'd watch it. It could flip up though. It's giving a little room to the 1 hour. It could give you some love. So I will watch this closely. However, the market is iffy, but this something is only, this is something that is breathing some signs of life, right? Some, like a little bit of sign of life on this. So LunchX, I need to eat lunch now, of course. The thing that's making me hungry. Philippe, man, I got a dad bod. Rodney Robinson. Nah, he really doesn't. He's pretty diesel. I think I snapped a shot of him with his shirt off in the pool. I see you in the size of the Lunchable. I got Clark to snack on. Yeah, I put that picture up, but just for Clark's. I don't want to blast Clark out. But yeah, that's so funny, man. Not without his mom, you know what I'm saying? Just out of respect. Out of respect. So look at the Dow gets back some love, only down 240, 353. I'm telling you, man, I got some faith. The 1 hour does want to dump, though, but it could just go sideways. I got faith that this dump is over. The 4 hour wants to push. When the 4 hour wants to push to the upside, the 1 hour really doesn't give you much, you know. I'm bullish on the Dow right now. I'm bullish on the Dow, baby. Everyone else isn't. I am. Everyone's like, how could he bullish on the Dow with the Fed meeting? I believe the Fed's going to fall off. They're not going to be able to raise interest rates as much as people thought. I think that's already spread through Wall Street, and people know, and that's why we had the big reversal. I think Wall Street's already sniffed out the Fed meeting. We'll see on Thursday. I believe Thursday is the FOMC, and we're going to get down to brass tacks. It's going to be a very volatile week. We got earnings. It's going to be one of the toughest weeks you've ever seen as a trader. You might just want to crawl up, go under the bed and hide, and come back in like Valentine's Day after the massacre is over, you know? But, yeah, because there's going to be some blood in the streets. It's going to be some indecision. It's going to be some panic buying, panic selling. It's going to be smart money, dumb money, and there's going to be all sorts of wishy-washy feelings going through it all. Anger, pain, fear, dissent, dreaming, hopium. It's all there, and we'll see all these movements, and I hope you can control it and not have one of those 30 emotions I just actually talked about. So, and that's how we try to get through cryptocurrency. Try to remain calm, one-sided, and directed, you know, and see things clearly. Okay. Not one-sided, open-minded, really. But, like, what I mean one-sided is, like, once you pick your decision, like, you can't be flip-flopping all over the place. Bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder here for OPC BTC. I've seen opacity beat up on Bitcoin before. Could it do it again? Let's see if the 1 hour comes back down. But I'm watching this closely. Just want to put it on the radar. Might want to slap it on a, on a whiteboard, something just so you can remember what I'm talking about. We hoped LRC would move up. It still slipped back down. I wouldn't give much faith to anything right now. I'm watching Bitcoin very, very closely. I'm waiting for my local gas to make a higher low at 280 from 372. I know, right? That's crazy. Today we're at like 339. Yeah, it was a $1.25 when I moved to Boston just a couple years back, before all this crazy. When all this craziness began. So LRC getting a little bit of a push. I wouldn't give it much hope. 4 hour is overbought, and it didn't break a previous high. Tells you you're really going to roll over. I'd watch that closely. All eyes on Bitcoin right now. All eyes on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at VR. How's VR doing? You know, honestly, I don't think it got enough loyal backing, and the market's starting to eat it alive. So people have kind of given up on it. A lot of people have done their thing. What you're looking for now is what looks like a bearish retest. Try to get back in the pattern. That kind of was the bearish retest right there, sad to say. You could say, okay, bring it back into the pattern. I really feel like this was the pattern here. It was tight. The reason being is once I make it there, you only get 2 touches, and it's just not really a pattern, right? So to me, it's broken market structure completely, and it's made a bear pennant. And it looks like it wants to break to the downside now. So I'd be very careful of these. If you're one of my students, just so you know, I was swing trading. And during these times, I will only swing trade. You know, most of my money will be in and out of the market, except for some long-term holds. But most of my money will be in and out of the market. I won't play games. I won't stress. I'll just do what I have to do. And take it one day at a time. Once I see the market form a trend, we'll talk about it. We'll break it down. We'll wait for a higher low, higher high. That's when we'll decide it's time. All right. Again, I think a lot of people are bullish, expecting a bit of a reversal. I say I don't know what's going to happen. We got to watch the market closely. All right. UOS, another project I really like. Ultra, right? Ultra coming back up, bouncing on the low here. But, you know, what can happen of it? 119%. We shall see. We shall see. Gas is a lagging indicator. It is a laggard. So there's one. Let's take a look at Harmony 1, which was doing beautiful. Had a nice run up back up to 36, struggling back at 19, and looks like it could go down even worse too as well. So Harmony 1 is something we got to watch out for now. Tell me, these are all bear flags to me. Like, yes, they have divergence, but like I'm into divergence when like we have a bit of a reversal, and that you know it's a bounce and you're hitting resistance. Like when you just keep going lower, like they're bear flaggy to me. And then when I double click this and the 4 hours overbought, I mean, what does that tell you? don't try to make this something it's not. It's obviously going to go to the downside. This is obviously going back down to 9 cents. I mean, this market doesn't, I'd be very careful right now. I'm warning everybody. Like, and I don't do this usually. I'm usually like, okay, we're going to get through this. There's a bounce here. We got some divergence. Just as bullish, I'm good at finding a bullish run up, and I'm like, guys, we're doing well. I see a run up, and I get it, and we keep moving to eventually we get rejected, and then we turn around. I mean, I flip this upside down with Alt I, Option I on a Mac, Alt I on a PC, and bam, there you go. Okay, flip it back down, and there you go. 33, Adam Dot, Ave, Luna, Link, Shiba, stake them, Phil, etc. But in this order. It's funny, right? 303 fam watching from around the world. Thank you to the lifers, 252 likes. Just one click truly helps the lifer fam. Thank you so much, Love Learning, for saying that. Everyone, please hit that like button. Send more people to the live stream to learn, more people to understand what's happening. We need more people to be together. To be old, you need to age. But to be young, any age will do. Funny. Phantom dumping ahead of Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Phantom. Wow, Phantom got all the way back to 237. And wow, 4 hour is high. Yeah, it went all the way high as 246. Amazing. Yeah, let's take a look at the daily time frame for Phantom. The daily suggests that Phantom is just about to pop hard. I mean, it's kind of crazy. However, that 4 hour suggests some pain coming. We'll see. Phantom just reached the highest TVL of any coin in the game. If we go over to Dex Screener, right? And I got 100 windows open because that's how my life is. It's absolute insanity. But if we go to Dex Screener, DeFi Llama. We'll check out DeFi Llama as a group today. And Brave Browser has a wallet. I hope you're using the Brave Browser. Right now, I'm searching with pre-search. I'm using the Brave Browser. I'm doing my thing for cryptocurrency. I'm using the proper tools online. I'm using the crypto tools to search the web. Okay. So you got Curve, Dow, boom, 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 right? Chains. And so Phantom, the fourth biggest chain. But look, 7-day chains, 39%. Nothing like that. Look, if you go to the green here, the 7-day chains for Cardano, look, their chain's starting to move. There's a lot of action for Cardano. It's pretty cool. Phantom, of all the chains with big movement here, 10.7 billion, right? Market cap TVL. Phantom doing serious damage, man. I'm telling you right now, Phantom doing serious damage, okay? Phantom in one, future giants. Later, guys, shout out to Trent. Bro, you've talked yourself into a bear, then a bull 3 times. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going crazy. No, I haven't talked myself into anything, my friend. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm waiting for a support or resistance to break or not break. You see what I'm saying? And I play the 4. I didn't talk myself into anything. You're not listening. You're not listening. You're talking yourself into things. Check it out. Let me help you out. Let me clarify it for you, my friend. And I know I'm a little brash. I'm an Aries. Don't be like, oh, he's not my buddy. I am your buddy. I love you. I just have tough love. Check it out. I'm going to break it down for you real quick and easy, okay? So you can hear me out real loud and clear, okay? I have a short open right now. That tells you something, okay? That I believe market's going to go. I have my money where my mouth is. I have a short open right now. Look, 4 hour was high right here, okay? And we rolled over because we didn't break a previous high, right? 4 hour was high right here, right? And we would dump. 4 hour was high right here, and we would dump. That's 3 for 3. 4 hour was high right here, and we would dump. 4 hour was high right here, and we would have a massive dump. 4 hours high right here, dump. It's simple. Just trade the freaking stochastics the way they trade 5 times in a row before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I short stochastics when they're high on the 4 hour. I long them when they're low. It's very simple. You'll probably watch this tomorrow and see a massive short to the dump, and you'll be like, wow, that dude Lifer was like, he had it nailed. And maybe I won't. Maybe I'll fall on my face, but I'll have a stop loss waiting. And if the trade doesn't go well, I'll pick up my feet, I'll brush myself off, and I'll be ready for another day. That's why I use a stop loss and always keep myself protected no matter what's happening in the market. So, Fcoin on KuCoin, recently added. Thanks, Lifer. Let's take a look at FCON, Fcoin. F Consumer. Interesting. Recently added so fast, can't seem to find it. Let's take a look here. Might have to go to KuCoin itself and just hit the charts. Let's see here. Shout out to all the lifers on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Thank you for jumping on into the live. We went over loop ring. That's LRC. We went into the loop ring. That's LRC. I showed that chart. Wasn't too hyped about it. 4 hours said it was going to roll over. Didn't make a previous high. This guy, cash your money, war coming. Oh, this guy, man. Don't do that fear stuff here, man. Don't do that fear stuff here. Seriously, get out of here with that nonsense. Okay, so we'll take a look here at, what were you calling it that just came out? FCon, right? Look at that, up 190%. And now it's going flat with the sideways action. But we'll watch it. It will be a new coin on our radar for the next few days. I appreciate that. See that? Doesn't make me make the lines when I can't stand that. But anyway. It's getting tight. It could pump back up to the upside. It pumped, it dumped. Still up huge though. Crazy. That's what happens. These new coins come out. They go nuts. And I believe Store is going to do that crazy when it hits Huobi, man. Check out Store, S-T-O-R-E, Bit.Store. Check them out. The global IEO is coming out. They sponsored today's video. Amazingly nice people, amazingly awesome. A video coming out later on today to explain what's happening there. But check it out, Bit.Store, a great place to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Check them out, Bit.Store, man. Look at them right here. Go to bit.store.com. and check them out. Simple, zero fee, and secure. Zero fee? Are you kidding me? Why can't Coinbase do something of that nature? Why are they jipping us so hard? So check them out. They're not available in the US, but Indonesia, Hong Kong, UK, and many other places. Check them out. Bit.Store. They sponsored today's live stream, and I'd greatly appreciate that. Very nice people. Very nice people. Okay. And this video was sponsored by them, just so you know, and the video that I'll put out later on today as well. Okay. And that's disclosed in that video as well. I always disclose, as in the legal hoo-ha down there, that I will always disclose to you each and everything I do. I'll be very honest to my subscribers and to everybody. All right, I'm back. Zoom meeting are killing me this morning. Those are tough, huh? You're so funny, man. Be careful with FCon. It's up high, get a dump, and look how many tokens are available, and look how many is in max supply. They're going to be unlocking a bunch soon. Yeah, I'd be careful for sure. That's a high-risk coin. I would just swing trade it here and there if they're happy to be a play. High-risk coin for sure. Hey, we're getting back up to 37K. Bitcoin pumping, doing damage. So there you go. 15-minute is coming through as respected. There you go. Look at that. You could almost do one of these. Look what I see here on the 7-minute. It's not the best. It's kind of whack. It's almost a symmetrical triangle. See that? And it's breaking out. Getting overbought, though, on the 15, 7-minute. Getting there. Highly likely to get rejected. This is a rising wedge break to the downside. I'm probably like 10 hours ahead of myself, but that's what I'm looking at. Maybe 4 hours ahead. Okay. Let's talk about my baby Adam. Can Adam hold? What's the point? Let's see what Adam's doing right now. Okay. Atom USDT. That's interesting. Kind of following Bitcoin in a bit, right? A little more rigid. Things are going up and down, getting tight. They're in bullish rectangles. That's a bullish rectangle if you've ever seen one. 1, 2, 3, pump to the upside. It does have a measured move. The 15-minute wants to blast. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. 4 hours overbought. So I don't like, just worrisome there. You could double top again. I've seen miraculous things happen. Felt like you fell out of this pattern and you're bearish retesting the top though. So I'd be careful on this per se. Bit of an inverted. I'm going to get rid of all my work and look at it kind of fresh again. I'd say it's almost in a bit of a cup and handle, right? Like there's your handle. See that? Sammy cup and head, he strikes again. My God, it looked like he ran 150 yards. But Jim, the field's only 100 yards. I know, but it looked like he ran 150. He ran so much. So look at this. Atom, all the way to where? 59.44. Possible, right? But I mean, these are hoop dreams and hopium. Like we're hoping Bitcoin can clean up its act. However, the daily on these all do want to rip. The daily are pointing to the upside, and look, the daily has been bullish since it got across. So you go for the daily. The daily says, yeah, by all means, we're going to 60. It's a mixed market. 4 hour, we got, the bigger time frames have been telling us we could pump. Last 2 times, we got pretty good movements too on these alts. I've been talking about Atom BTC for a while as the trade of the night, trade of the day. Atom BTC. Let's take a look at it. And wow, it's actually starting to poke up out of here. And it's pointing up on the daily time frame. This is in a cup and handle. We've been talking about this for a while. This has been one of the most bullish charts. Despite all the dumpage in Bitcoin, this thing really didn't lose a lot of momentum. Now it's above that movement there. Again, though, we got to get through this 4 hour. We got to see what this 4 hour is going to do. It's overbought on every single coin. We are flagging, though, above support now. So draw your flag and see if you can hold flag. You're also not that far from the 21, so that's actually important. For not much more dippage, this could either flip or come down. This is looking pretty bullish right now. Atom BTC is looking very bullish to me. Of all the coins out there, somehow Atom is holding strong against Bitcoin. Showing signs of life. It's like people just started to find out how big Atom is and what it really does. I love Atom. I've been behind it since day one. Trent is an Atom fiend. You talk about Atom, Trent will... I don't even want to say. But yeah, Trent loves that coin like it's his firstborn. I love it too, though. I think it's an amazing coin. It could do damage anywhere. You can trade all of these on Binance, BolsaDex, and KuCoin. KuCoin is the best, easiest, fastest, and most secure. I also have a link there that can help the channel and support me. All the links below. Some of them are referrals that do give me commission and help the channel. We'll disclose that as well. Thank you so much for doing that if you've done it already. And if you're about to do it, thank you very much as well. Thank you to anyone who came into the live, jumped on in, and supported the live stream. I appreciate it greatly. Having gotten 6 in 2019, I'm healthy and blessed. Shout out to Kelly Carmadelli. Like that name, Kelly Carmadell. Hit that like button, 37K Bitcoin. I know, isn't that crazy? Not too shabby. Bitcoin holdings for it, doing its thing. Could be worse. Could be way worse. Looking at Soul Phantasma in a bit of a funky pattern, trying to find its way. And we shall see. We shall see. Only time will tell. I've been telling everyone for a year when the Grave Bridge and DEX launched, it was over, guys. Atom might be the next big tech thing out of crypto world. Atom, yep. Heard it solid. NFA, but let's remember the goal. What's especially secure about KuCoin over, say, Gate? I mean, I've been using KuCoin for me 5 years. I've never had an issue. I've never used Gate, so I couldn't tell you. I can give you a personal account that I've used KuCoin for 5 years. Knock on wood. Knock on rubber wood, too, which is not rubber wood. It's really a tree, the rubber wood tree. It's really strong wood. That's why they call it rubber wood or something. Someone blast that. Will you check Solo, please? Got some on airdrop and bought me some more. Thank you, and God bless. Shout out to Mark Harris. God bless you, my friend. Let's take a look at Solo on Sushi Swap with the wrapped ETH. That's the only place I can see it. I go to CoinTrader Pro and maybe try to get a better chat for you there. Solo. Gate has terrible customer service. If you ever get a new phone, it'll be a huge hassle to get your account back due to losing 2FA. That's what I'm saying. Be careful where you want to do your business. Sologenic on the airdrop. Oh, came down so hard. Yeah, I mean, people sell airdrops fast. I mean, that would have been a smart idea. Get that free money and cash on out. Anything could happen to this thing. It's coming back down to the beginning. I really can't speak on it for a while. It's got support and resistance lines it needs to break. It's at the bottom of its barrel, though. Interesting. You got to, if you believe in it, then keep doing what you got to do. You know, I don't know. I mean, I know you got airdropped it through XRP, I believe, right? So anything is possible, but we'll see. We'll see. Are they more secure than Binance? I think Binance is the most secure. It's the best. KuCoin is right up there. It's number 2. Also, KuCoin just has way more awesome coins coming out. Gate doesn't have those coins. Binance doesn't have those coins. KuCoin has the newest coins coming out. It had VR when it first came out. It had Gala when it first came out. Blocktopia when it first came out. It had all the hottest coins. I mean, there's no place you want to be other than KuCoin. It's got the hottest gems every single day. Look, it's the one where things are still popping. Like last week when the whole market was horrible. Heroes was flying up for 100% and making gains. Why? How? Because KuCoin, baby, KuCoin. Hero is actually still looking pretty nice. It's low on the 4-hour, inside of a bit of a pennant. This could do some damage. This is still on my radar very, very closely, speaking of coins on KuCoin. So just talking about KuCoin made me talk about this and got you in the zone. So check them out. Check them out. 42% gains possible coming out of Hero. And it's very oversold in the 4-hour. Remember, most things are not. It's like one of the only coins that's doing opposite work because it came out when the market was offset. So its cycle was different than the rest of the cycle because it came out when the market was just, and when it came out, people really liked it and the market was dumping and it pumped. And now the oscillators in this coin are kind of offset to the rest of the market. It's quite interesting if you think about that. So KuCoin and Heroes and anything is possible. High risk, high reward. All trades are high risk, high reward due to Bitcoin uncertainties. You never know what could happen. All trades are high risk, high reward. Okay. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam, my friend. Alaikum salam. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on into the live. If you want to know more about me, if you want to find out more about the coins we're looking at, if you want to join the inner circle, please join the inner circle. Jump on in. If you need more information, head on over to my website at cryptolifer.io. Not even in the description yet. How dare we? Got to get that done. Cryptolifer.io. Okay, come on in. What is CryptoLifer? Most people live below their potential, stuck in the 9-to-5. The path out of the rat race requires skills. Freedom has to be learned. My name is Sam Price, and in my professional life, I knew I was capable of attaining wealth. Everything changed for me and my family when I discovered cryptocurrency trading. By learning technical analysis in the art of trading, I was able to break free from the system, and I now live the life of my dreams. I decided to devote my life to helping others and achieve the same freedom I found through trading cryptocurrencies. CryptoLifer is my life's work, an all-in-one system that includes in-depth courses, personal coaching, and a thriving community with hundreds of smart, driven traders. Hundreds of CryptoLifers have learned to earn a second income or even become their own boss. By learning how to trade cryptocurrencies, you can become the person you dreamed of becoming. I'm telling you right now, are you ready to become a CryptoLifer? Download the free cheat sheet, tune into the Lifer Show, and then if you're ready, join the inner circle. Get on in here, get ready, get started to change your life. What's in the inner circle? Exclusive charts, coaching, receive help from other coaches anytime with anything cryptocurrency. It's amazing. A community room, chart and make friends with like-minded lifers on the way to wealth, VIP charts, NFT room, and group calls. So much at your beck and call, ready to go. We also have weekly screen shares every single week. Level up and become a CryptoLifer. I would love to see you there. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. We have the beginner's course today at 3 o'clock. Remember, that is also happening. If you feel you learned something today from the live, please jump on into that beginner's course. You'll extend your learning right off the bat. If you're inspired to change your life now, get your finger to click on that thing and inspire yourself some more. See me today from 3 to 5. I'll change your life. I promise you that. I'll give you 110% of all my energy and everything I have. It'll be more intimate, a lot more calm, a lot more slow. We'll be teaching you everything you need to know, all right? The talent guy that you see on YouTube is the talent. The teacher is the teacher. I do have two different sides to me at the different time. You see how I'm speaking right now? That's how we're going to have fun. That's how we're going to have the course today. So jump on in from 3 to 5. Don't worry. Don't stress. I'll take you from 0 to 60. We'll start small, and you'll step your way up in the process. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. At the end of every live stream, I say 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. And right now I'm going to do it as we do it every single time. Thank you so much for everyone who came on in. You can pay with crypto for the beginners course by emailing cryptolifers@gmail.com. You can pay with crypto just reading the comments there. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for everyone here. I love you all, and I'll see you back tomorrow at 10 a.m. I do not take a day off. I'll be here. As the sun is right, I will be here. I promise. God willing, inshallah, I will be here. So I love you all. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Have a wonderful day and be safe.